Filipino-Australians sent COVID respite to northern Mindanao. Sydney, the Filipino-Australians, the Rotary Club. Burwood District 9675 and Lifeforce Asia Pacific of the culturally and linguistically diverse CALD communities successfully collaborated recently in raising sending COVID-19 respite to the ethnic Filipino communities in the varied regions of Gingoog, Misamis Oriental, Bacolod, and elegant city of Lanao del Norte of northern Mindanao. We thank the past President Walter Bach OAM and current President John Manser of Rotary Club Burwood District 9675 and Rotarian members. We also thank Lynn Bruce of Health Education Equipment, Repurposing Activity Hero, Alex Donaldson from the Rotary Club Penrith and Hira. We heartily thank the support of Mary Rose Saluber, Mrs. Universe Australia 2020 and Managing Director, Mrs. Universe Official, and all of the supporting queens, Miriam Scott, Mrs. Golden Heart 2021, Model Mother of the Year 2021 of Chocolatite Spa Bare Life Naturals, David Raphael CEO Lifeforce Asia Pacific, and Christopher Cruz, Venal of Spado, with the support Shirley Werfel of the Church of Scientology volunteer ministers, who all worked hand in hand to support the packing of the Rotary Club Burwood shipped container towards Gingoog and Elegant City respectively last May 2021. Rotarians sent these to the cities of Gingoog, Bacolod, and Elegant of northern Mindanao. 30 hospital beds, 6 with mattresses, for the men from Mindanao Poverty Reliefation Charity. 270 school chairs for the Rotary Club of Gingoog. 26 other medical items of equipment, including wheelchairs and mortuary beds. 37 bolts and boxes of material for Days for Girls. Sanitary pads sewing workshops on Dinagat Island. 83 boxes of hospital materials and books for the Iligan Hospital. 7 sewing machines. 2,000 of bras. 12 gardening tools. 35 boxes for Iligan City inclusive of used clothing, sanitary goods and medical goods for Iligan Medical Center College IMCCI respite to the ethnic Filipino communities in the varied regions of Gingoog, Misamis Oriental, Bacolod, and elegant city of Lanao del Norte of northern Mindanao. In December 2020, the Filipino-Australian community spearheaded by the Lifeforce Asia Pacific has raised $1,350 in cash and sanitary goods, which was donated directly to the displaced persons IDPs of the Marawi siege of Lanao del Sur and Bajau ethnic minorities of Iligan City of Lanao del Norte, northern Mindanao. From the past money raised, relief goods distribution activity was distributed in adopted barangays in Marawi City last December 9, 2021. The Battle of Marawi, Lanao del Sur, was a 5-month-long armed conflict that started on May 23, 2017, between Philippine government security forces and militants affiliated with the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant ISIL, including the Mott and Abu Sayyaf Salafi jihadist groups. The battle also became the longest urban battle in the modern history of the Philippines. It has been 4 years since the Marawi siege. Added to the burden of the internally displaced persons, IDPs are the difficulties that ensued since the emergence of the COVID-19 pandemic. That made it more difficult for some to bounce back and rebuild what was left in their lives. The Iligan Medical Center College IMCC Center for Community Extension and Social Development Services, Inc. ICSDEV spearheaded by President Royce Torres PhD and DSA Reynaldo Monche and Lambe Camarawi, Inc. OKM initiated a Magang Pamasco relief goods distribution activity for the IDPs on December 9, 2021 in 5 selected adopted barangays in Marawi City. This activity is part of the office's psychosocial intervention that aims to address the concerns of the IDPs in the said adopted areas, not only because of their displacement, but also because of the pandemic. A total of 300 households benefited from this activity. Each of the selected 75 households in Baganga, 31 in Dulay proper, 39 in Pandangadangan, Rorigagas, 120 in Rorigagas, and 35 in other barangays were given with individual relief packs containing grocery items and 5 kilograms of rice. Proceeds from the Huni sa Kalinaw online concert held last June 12 and 13, 2021, along with the monetary donations of individual sponsors Dr. Nicole Curado, Ms. Marilie Bomediano, Rotary Club Burwood. This 9,675 and Lifeforce Asia Pacific Friends were used to purchase the relief goods. Used clothing from Australia. From donor Grace Condon of Clothesline Inks were distributed by ICSDEV staff that were also provided to the 120 households in Barangay Rorigagas. Children were also given candies in the said barangays. Furthermore, the 55th Engineer Mobilizer Brigade of the 500th Combat Engineer Mabagsik Battalion and the 55th Engineer Brigade of the 553rd Engineer Battalion greatly helped in mobilizing the goods and in maintaining order during the distribution. The beneficiaries expressed their heartfelt gratitude upon receiving the relief goods, as one IDP mentioned during one of the interviews. ICSDV and LKM are two of only a few organizations that are consistent in providing relief assistance to the IDPs since the Marawi siege. Truly, one can still see in the eyes of have still not recovered from the aftermath of the Marawi siege. At present, ICSDV, LKM and their partners are pursuing to provide assistance in building permanent houses to the poorest of the poor IDPs and are advocating for the passage of the Marawi Compensation Bill that aims to compensate those whose properties and lives were lost or destroyed during the siege. ICSDV, LKM and partners believe that through perseverance, justice, and unity despite the differences in culture and preferences, one day, Marawi will rise and stand high again. Another charity outreach in December 2020 was conducted by Mrs. Universe Official and Miss Australasia Official, spearheaded by Mary Rose Saluber, Mrs. Universe Australia 2020, that raised $535. That was also distributed in terms of school supplies, sanitary goods, and garden seedlings towards the children of Esperanza Elementary School of Bacolod, Lanao del Norte. Last December 4, 2021, the Pamasco sa Bajo, spearheaded by Nympha Bracamonte of the Friends of Bajo Iligan, Inc., has also benefited 110 households in situ Tambacan, Iligan City, and extends its heartfelt gratitude to those who patronize their plants, goodies for a cause, as our modest way of raising funds, and to Marilie Bomediano and friends from Australia for their contribution to realize sharing foodstuff to the Bajo of Tambacan, Iligan City last year. Many thanks to Yen, Edmund, and Glorlin for the unwavering assistance during the actual distribution. In February 2019, the Rotary Club has also sent some varied medical and sanitary equipment, 216 boxes of soaps, 30 boxes of school and medical books, 60 bags of blankets, 387 boxes of medical supplies, 223 boxes of hospital supplies, and mattresses, 78 boxes of school uniforms direct to Janug, Misamis Oriental of Northern Mindanao. HERA is an activity of Rotary Australia World Community Service Limited, RAWCS, and assists Australian Rotary Clubs and other charitable organizations to achieve their goals in providing humanitarian aid of in-kind donations by accessing usable, redundant health and educational equipment for their projects. HERA is a resource and a support service providing advice and assistance to sort, package, and transport these items to communiciously, nationally and internationally. The extensive services of HERA enables Rotarians and other organizations to undertake international and local projects efficiently and effectively within a regulated framework. Our team wishes to sincerely thank the varied sponsors from Australia, Rotary Club Burwood District 9675, Lifeforce Asia Pacific, Mrs. Universe Official, Australasia Official, Hira, Chocolate Day Spa, Bear Life Naturals, Edhika Inc., Kennelly's Funerals, AA Gutter Cleaning, Spado, Fakolari Movement and the Church of Scientology volunteer ministers for their brilliant teamwork. Marilie Bomediano. The Filipino Abroad Voices United FAVU Chairman Australia wishes to also thank the distribution beneficiaries Royce Torres PhD, DSA Ren Aldo Mancha, Florida Liza Mancha, Esmeralda Padangas, Cesar Padilla, Nympha Bracamonte, AFP, PNP and Clarabelle Crystal. Principal of Esperanza Elementary School, Bacolod Lanao del Norte. Article by Marilie Bomediano.